Rumour has it that Noah Lyles' latest remarks have hit a nerve with his toughest competitor. If Trayvon Bromell wants to respond, he'll have to do so in one of track's most unforgiving events, the 60-metre dash. Which of these sprint powerhouses will rise to the occasion and grab the biggest headlines in the 2025 season? Buckle up, we're about to break down all the storylines that have track and field fans buzzing. Question what unfolds when two of the most thrilling sprinters on the circuit clash to begin their indoor campaigns? Back in 2023, we got a sneak peek of just how electric this matchup could be when Bromell and Lyles battled over 60 metres, leaving the audience on the edge of their seats. A sharp 6.51 seconds determined the winner, granting him a personal best and igniting momentum that led to dominating the 100 metres and 200 metres races at the World Championships in Budapest.
Bromell got a better start than Lyles, that's for sure. On the inside, Kemp got away well as well. But as we see Noah Lyles start to come through, that's very close. Bromell got away better. Noah Lyles coming through with momentum. He has got it.
Posting a staggering 9.83 and 19.52. In retrospect, that early season success in Boston was clearly the stepping stone for an entire year's worth of incredible performances. By 2024, Noah Lyles seemed even more driven. Returning to the very same 60-metre competition, he clocked a sizzling 6.44, shaving even more time off his personal record.
3 is what really powered Noah Lyles forward. And Lyles, his acceleration there at about 20-25 metres into the race when he realised he was losing to Blake was absolutely superb. That is a brilliant run. 6.44, not only a world lead, it's a personal best and meeting record.
That indoor triumph fueled his trajectory into the outdoor season, culminating in an Olympic gold secured by the tightest of margins. It served as a vivid reminder that sometimes a single short dash can become the blueprint for an athlete's long-term success. In Lyles' case, conquering Boston twice highlighted how he turned his short sprint improvements into unstoppable force in the 100 metres and 200 metres. Now here we are in 2025 and the track world can't wait to see what happens next. The new Balance Indoor Grand Prix is famous for delivering jaw-dropping times, but the sense of anticipation is off the charts this year. What fuels this excitement? First, you have Noah Lyles, already a two-time winner in Boston, returning for a potential three-peat. Then there's Trayvon Bromell, an athlete with the kind of explosive starts that have repeatedly put him on the map. Add a lineup filled with other elite sprinters who refuse to be outshined, and you've got a recipe for a legendary 60-metre showdown. Front and centre alongside Lyles and Bromell is Marcel Jacobs, the Italian star who took Olympic gold in 2021 and secured a world indoor title in the 60 metres the following year. He clocked a blistering 6.41 back then, narrowly edging Christian Coleman in one of the most talked about races of the season. Jacobs' only real obstacle has been injury, which has derailed him over the last couple of years. Yet his 9.85 performance in the 2024 Paris Olympics reminded everyone just how lethal he can be out of the blocks. If he's managed to regain top condition, he'll be a contender. Nobody wants to face a short sprint. There's also Terence Jones of the Bahamas, who stands well over 6 feet tall. Unusual for a 60-metre specialist, but his explosive power has turned heads. His personal best is 6.45 and he's dipped under 6.50 multiple times. To date, he's recognised as the fastest 60-metre performer in NCAA history, a testament to both his raw speed and his consistency. If he finds a way to shave even a tiny fraction off his start, he might become the biggest surprise of the meet. Jarnell Hughes, Great Britain's record holder in the 100 metres and 200 metres, also joins this stacked field, further deepening the level of competition. For many sprint aficionados, the true start of the 2025 season is unfolding right here. Although some athletes have competed in smaller meets to knock off the rust, Boston is the place where they all collide. The 60 metres, while brief, is fiercely unforgiving. From the initial reaction in the blocks to the transition into an upright drive, every fraction of a second matters. A single slip of the foot or a late reaction to the starting gun can determine whether you win or lose. Recently, I polled fans on Instagram to see who they expect to come out on top, and the results were all over the place. A lot of people are betting on Bromell's lightning starts, especially since he holds a 6.42 personal best, tying him for 6th fastest in history. Just as many are confident in Jacobs, pointing to his 6.41 PB and Olympic pedigree. Meanwhile, Noah Lyles has earned plenty of support for his past success, and others suspect Terence Jones could pull off the kind of upset that secures him a sudden rise to stardom. Let's drill down a bit. Bromell's trajectory since 2016 has seen high peaks and low valleys, mainly due to injuries. Yet he's consistently rebounded with performances that keep him in the conversation for best indoor starter on the planet. Jacobs, on the other hand, exploded onto the global stage in 2022 with that 6.41, then confirmed his top speed with a 9.85 in Paris 2 years later. At his best, he can match or even surpass Bromell's early phase speed. Terence Jones is something of an anomaly. Runners of his stature typically excel over 200 metres or longer sprints, but his repeated success at 60 metres proves he's found a way to make his height worked in his favour. A two-time NCAA champion with a consistent string of times around 6.4, he's poised for another big leap. Then there's Noah Lyles. For 2 consecutive seasons, he's turned big wins in Boston into even bigger accomplishments outdoors. In 2023, beating Bromell in the 60-metre set the stage for his World Championship in the 100 metres, while in 2024, another Boston victory paved the way for his 9.79 Olympic gold, one of the tightest finishes in living memory. Lyles' star is no longer a weak spot. He's refined it substantially, and some experts think he has the potential to break 640 if everything lines up perfectly in Boston. We also need to factor in the conditions. Boston is at sea level, no altitude gains. Many of history's top 60-metre times, including Christian Coleman's 6.34 world record, came at venues like Albuquerque, where higher elevation gives a noticeable advantage to sprinters. That said, it wouldn't shock anyone if we still witness times in the low or mid 6.4 range, especially given the depth of talent converging in one place. Plus, remember how Lyles opened this year with 6.62, which is similar to last year's opener at 6.63, only to slice nearly 0.2 of a second off in his very next race. The initial meet often serves as a tune-up, so a big drop is far from out of the question. Right now, the top performance in the 60 metres for 2025 belongs to JC Stevenson at 6.50, but all indications suggest that Mark is in serious jeopardy. If even a few of these athletes hit peak form, we might see times dipping below 6:45 or even pushing 6:40 to an elite sprinter. That fraction is massive. It can mean the difference between global recognition and slipping under the radar. A spectacular run here isn't just an ego boost, it could foreshadow who's primed to rule the outdoor races come during summertime. When you consider the storylines, Lyles gunning for a three-peat in Boston, Bromell determined to show he's still the best starter out there, Jacobs eager to prove he can dominate indoors once again, Jones itching to make his name on the pro stage, and Hughes ready to capitalise on any opening. This sets up a dream scenario for fans and a nightmare for bookmakers. So where do you stand on this showdown? Is Lyles about to notch another statement victory and carry that swagger into the outdoor season? Can Bromell reassert himself as the fastest starter in the game? Or will Jacobs, Jones or Hughes flip the script entirely? Let me know who you're rooting for and what times you think we'll see on that clock. Thanks for tuning in. Get ready for a 60-metre shootout that may very well redefine how we view indoor sprints. As always, until next time.